Good evening, everybody. My name is Rumen Dele Farotime. Welcome once again to Youth Quick. Tonight, we're going to be talking about a new Nigeria. In actual fact, the advertised topic for tonight is the Constitution. A new Nigeria is possible. Now, let me quickly frame the argument I seek to have. And this is to say, in effect, that the Nigeria that we currently have is not the desirable Nigeria. So if we all have agreed almost unanimously as Nigerians, because practically every Nigerian of all hues, be they those in power, at least their public protestations have consistently been to say that they are unhappy with our current state of being. Whether it delivers value to them and suffering to us, it does not matter. These are their public protestations. And even those of us who are the ruled, we have all consistently argued that we are unhappy with the way we are. But one thing that we have all consistently failed to address is the issue of our governance systems. As recently as 2015, majority of Nigerians were sold the fraud of the messianic capacities of General Muhammadu Buhari, and now with his emergence in power, all of our problems will disappear. But the systems are proven way too powerful for the weak old man, just as it also did undermine the strong one that preceded him, and the one that preceded that one, and the one that preceded that one before him. So let's be clear. Systems rule nations. Hegemonies design systems. Nigeria, as it stands today, we all submit variously in different languages, but we generally have come to the conclusion that, oh, Nigeria is designed to fail. I don't think it was designed to fail, at least not for its rulers. We have come to the conclusion that it is designed to fail because it's failing for us, not for the rulers. Let me make my case. 1963 was the last time the will of the Nigerian people was expressed. That will was abrogated in 1966. 4 regions have become 36 states. We have had the incongruity of a federal system where the federal government has been creating the federating units without recourse to the will of the people. So today we have a federal Nigeria that is anything but federal. So what we have done, and I say we because it would be unfair for me to claim credit for the intellectual capacity of my partner in the law office that I co-founded, Mr. Raf Nwoke, who did the fantastic job of putting together the draft constitution that has been annexed to the book I wrote and which I have also released today. The intention is to take Nigeria back to its federalist root. So what we have done is to go back to the 1963 Constitution, use that as the base document, and then we took into consideration the proposals that were before the Willings Commission pre-independence and the report of the conference, the political conferences that have been held since 1999. Now, the general consensus amongst Nigerians, and I do agree that there are others who have divergent opinions, but the general thinking is that Nigeria has 6 geopolitical zones. These are not necessarily homogeneous spaces, but to a very large extent reflects the wishes of the Nigerian people. And the thinking is, let's have a strong federal system based on a parliamentary system of government. These were the systems that were in place before the military adventurers hijacked power and abrogated the will of the Nigerian people. Now, it is important that we can sit back and be complaining about a system and be seeking the reformation of that system. But if you think that we have had 54 years, this is 2020. The military seized power in Nigeria in 1966. The same hegemony that took power in July 1966, that won the Civil War, essentially is in control of Nigeria and has shaped each and every one of its constitutional developments since 1966. It has not been a reflection of the people's will. It has been a reflection of those who have had the capacity to dictate the terms of our federation. So, the incongruity of our federation has had a situation where the federal government has not only created the federating units, states, it has further had the effect where revenue allocation has become something that is based on local government, which is also which are also creations of the federal government. So you find that in Nigeria, we have a basket of lies that we have told ourselves over time. And we have, by our complicit silence and readiness to accept the lies that we have been told, we have managed to legitimize madness. So everywhere you look, you find that insanity has become all pervasive in our society. But that is also because it is designed to be like that. It is in the midst of this feudalized democracy in which we have found ourselves, where the system is designed for the preservation of the states, where even the judicial system is designed for the preservation of the state and not necessarily for the rights of the citizens. And I can illustrate that very simply. How fast do cases involving our rulers run through the judicial system? And how quickly do cases involving infringement of the rights of citizens crawl through the court system? How quickly? That gives you an indication of the reason why the system exists. So if we must stop complaining about the dysfunctionality of the system and then move beyond the lazy adoption of a secessionist posture, which is essentially a defeatist position. I have taken time to deal with my position as it relates to the secessionist agitations. But it is important that that be situated within the context of the proposed constitution that I have placed before all of you once again. If you are going to engage in a discourse, it will be best that you arm yourself with knowledge. When you say the only option for Nigeria and Nigerians is secession, have you also taken out the time to lay out a pathway to the secession that you desire? I have taken out time. I have sat down with a friend and we have coupled together a 59-page draft constitution. It is the product of reason. It is definitely going to be an imperfect document. It is my expectation that you will bring your own knowledge and we can all then sit together and synthesize our different knowledge and come up with something that we can all stand behind and mobilize ourselves behind, and then make a demand of the Nigerian state. Because make no mistake about it, when you pause to rationally consider the path to secession, you will find very quickly that the easiest battle to win is the one demanding a different Nigeria that works for all. We have laid out a proposal with different highlights, published again today, readily available both on my website, delefarotimi.com, and on my Facebook page. Delefarotimi is open to the public. The book itself is available for free download on my website as well, delefarotimi.com. The very definition of idiocy is the presumption that a man knows it all. I have no such pretense. I do not know it all. There is a lot I do not know, and there is a lot that I am willing to learn. But you do yourself no justice, and you do your children a disservice if you have them, when the only retort you have for the Nigerian state and our current dysfunctional reality is to continue to parrot secession. What is the way to the secession that you parrot? I have provided a way, imperfect as it might be, that might take us to a better future than the present mess in which we are. There was a persona that I was bantering with on Twitter today. Because I said a persona because the person used an alias. And whilst I can't readily recall what she said, I remember what my own retort was. And I went on to post my retort on Facebook. And what I said is to the effect that it actually requires the insane to birth the incredible. What defines the Nigerian today and our existence is insanity. There is nothing normal about the way we are. But that insanity also says that we can do the incredible if we harness and synergize as a people to fulfill our potentials. It is easy to succumb to the despair that is currently in our public space. But despair is cheap and it is cowardly. If you do not like the current realities, imagine a new Nigeria. The only way I know how to worship God is as a Christian. I respect however you have found it. There is a part of the Bible, I believe, is to be found in Habakkuk 2, chapter 2, verse 2, I believe. It says, the vision is for an appointed time. Though it tarries, wait for it. Write it down, make it plain, that those who read it might run with it. A constitution is a statement of vision and purpose. The Nigerian state has not been yoked to any purpose. It has been the fiefdom of thieves, crooks, and myopic men without imagination. The last time it had any purpose for the people and could legitimately claim to have been written by we the people was in 1963. The purpose of the state that was stolen in 1966 was not the preservation of the state and its rulers. It was for the people. The proposal we have placed before you is designed to give power back to the people. If we are going to be having any debate, let's have a debate that seeks to adopt, expand, amend, or contribute to what we have in place. Several patriots, better men than myself, have stood behind documents in the past. But the situation was not this bad. Fela could afford to look and laugh in his time. We can't. There is a destabilization plot, an active one, going on against the Nigerian state. Every part of Nigeria has had its agenda for Nigeria, each and every one of the hegemonies located in the three major ethnic groups. Each one of them has its agenda for Nigeria. Nigeria is in the grip of a most vicious Fulani Islamist agenda. I did not say the Fulani people. I said a Fulani Islamist agenda. That is why the Nigerian state is incapable of doing anything about what is going on in Kaduna, in southern Kaduna. That is why the Benue Trough is a killing field. And that is why today you find that there is a new syncretism that has crept in between the Fulani terrorists and the Boko Haram. They work to a common purpose. But it is lazy thinking that makes the Southerner buy into the illusion that these people speak for the North. They do not. They speak for an extreme agenda. Just as Ganiyu Adam and OPC do not speak for me. And just as I know that Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB do not speak for everybody whom they call Biafrans. There is a tribe of Nigerians out there who, if they will stand up, the sum total of us are by far more than any one of these extremist voices. But our refusal to speak, our silences collectively, our sniveling cowardice empowers the madness of the extremists. If you're a good man and you're in the northern part of Nigeria, whether you are Hausa, whether you are Fulani, whether you're a Bacha man, whatever you might be, a TV, a Kafanchan, Lantang, whatever you might be, it is time you speak your truth. Your quiet, your silence gives the illusion to everybody down here that the North is one and that you are united in the extreme that we are all witnessing. Your silence validates the extremist voices amongst the Biafrans. Your silence validates the extremist voices amongst the Oodua Republicans. That is not to say that it legitimizes it. But let us be sincere with ourselves. The silence of the good men validates the evil of the wicked. Speak. There is an alternative vision on the table. We do not presume to have a monopoly of wisdom. Your views are welcomed. We can debate it, we can disagree. It is in a synthesization of our views that we can come up with better documents. But that document must then be placed before the Nigerian people. It is my intention in due course to place whatever we all come up with at the end of this process before you again, and then to demand that we all mobilize ourselves and demand a change to the madness that currently governs us. I thank you for taking out the time to listen to me once again. On Friday, we shall be speaking specifically on the issue of non-violent struggle for the actualization of a new Nigeria. I ask that you stay tuned in. And yes, whilst I might be speaking in 2020, if you are all stupid enough to allow Nigeria to go to waste, and you allow the extremist voices to drag us into the war that they have designed, which I will tell you today is unwinnable by any one of them, and it will come at great cost. History would absolve me. I did say my own. Wake up. Good night, everybody.